Hey guys, welcome to Revealed. Now, Austin City Limits Season 47 continues with a bonus mid season installment for fans. SEL spotlights a pair of next generation singer songwriters Olivia Rodrigo and indie rock original Phoebe Bridges. Both make highly anticipated SEL debuts in a new era as part of the series Season 47. Olivia, a seven-time 2022 Grammy nominee, showcases her songs from her chart-topping 2021 debut Sour, and Phoebe performs gems from her acclaimed Punisher. The pair jumped to an Instagram Live to talk all things music and performing. Watch.
Welcome to my Instagram Live. I very rarely do these, so it's so exciting to get to do one today and talk to you guys. I'm going to be talking to the incomparable Phoebe Bridgers today. I'm obsessed with Phoebe, always have been. I think she's incredible. I actually just went to go see her like a few weeks ago at the Greek, and I had like the best time ever. So I'm so excited to talk to her. We are going to be doing our ACL, our Austin City Limits performances are going to be like airing back to back. So we're so excited for that. And yeah, going to be talking about it on this live. Let's see. I don't actually know how to add people. Oh, there we go. Okay. Did I do it? Hi, Angel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good. It's good to see
Good.
you.
Good to see you.
I was just saying, I went to your concert at the Greek like a few weeks ago, and I got one of those like punish him, dump him shirts, and I've been searching high and low in my room because I wanted to wear it for the live, but I couldn't find it. So that I love it and I wear it.
Oh, that's so rad. Yeah, that was a fun show. I don't know, LA's weird. Like, LA's your hometown, right?
Yeah, yours too. Didn't you grow up in Pasadena?
Yeah.
Wow, it's like the best.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's just weird to play LA and look out and see like your mom like, right there, you know. But yeah, so fun.
The best. Greek is like my favorite venue to like watch shows too. But it's
Me
like
too.
guys, like the ambiance. I went to Casey Musgrave's show there like right before lockdown, and there were like people in the trees, like they're like tree people like that are watching the shows. They like hike up and they like go in the trees, and Casey was like, shine your like phone flashlight if you're up there, and there were like 100 people like just hanging out in the trees watching the show. I thought it was incredible. It was like some forest shit. It was amazing.
So someone told me that like right before I went on stage. Like sometimes there are people in the trees, and Casey Musgraves made them shine their lights. And I think it was night 2 that I was like, if anybody's up in the trees, like shine your light. And just like nothing. I'd like to think that maybe people like are too scared to get in the trees. Like if it's safety that you're concerned about, but like, well, there's a festival in Golden Gate Park that I really like called Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, but it's like totally allowed to go in the trees, and I'd watch shows from the tree, but very safe.
Love that.
Yeah, so rad.
I have never actually been on tour, so I've never like done the whole thing. But do you have any like advice, or what's your like experience with it?
Well, I'm so excited for you because like they're just, I mean, getting to travel and stuff is great, but getting to travel because of that, like, makes everything more fun. Like if you go on vacation and like you get kind of depressed or whatever, like it's so much worse. Like if you're depressed on tour, you're surrounded by people who are like, you get to be with all your friends, and it's like work.
Right.
So then the magical moments are like so much better, and the sad moments are weirdly so much better because you're like, I don't know, like I have such a great friend group of people who are like, I know it's hard to miss your dog and stuff. But yeah, my advice is like FaceTime your pets, like call your mom. Like, I don't know. It's just like it's okay if there are times that feel a little bit harder, but like mostly it's the best thing ever. I don't know. I think that would be my advice. But I feel like you already know that because that's kind of like music in general.
Sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna drag my mom to go on that tour with me.
Yes, totally.
What dog do you have?
What'd you say?
What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, I have a black pug dog. Her name is Maxine.
I think
She's the best. I wish I could take her on tour. Like, I think just kind of, pandemic rules have been a little weird with like flying with dogs, and I didn't want to put her through that. But one of these days.
That'd be so cute. I want to get a dog so bad. I really want to foster a dog. That's my like New Year's resolution, is to foster a dog, to like see if I can handle it and then maybe adopt. But
you'll fall in love. Like, you'll 1,000% end up adopting that dog.
I'm positive. Did you ever play ACL before this time that we're just like that's airing tonight?
No, I had been to that venue before, and I think I'd opened for someone at the Moody before, but never like my own show and never the festival. But yeah, how was your ACL experience? Had you been to Texas before?
I've been to Texas before, but never to Austin, and it was such an incredible city. You can just like feel how rich the music culture is there. Like, you just like go totally. To like any cafe and there's like some super mega talented person just like playing guitar and playing like these beautiful country songs. So it was so fun, and obviously like that stage has like so much history, and you're just like sitting in the dressing room like looking at these pictures of like Dolly Parton and like all these like insane like iconic stars. So that felt like really momentous, and it was really fun. Like I said, I've never really gotten the chance to play shows very often, just because I kind of like came out during lockdown, and so it's a real treat to sort of get to interact with people. And yeah, what about you?
What a wild experience. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you were like creative at all during the pandemic. I feel like we might have talked about this before, but like, were you able to like write or anything, or was it just kind of a whirlwind of like press and stuff?
Yeah, no, I wrote my entire album like kind of over the pandemic. Like,
oh my gosh.
Found out my house sad and bored, and I like wrote a song almost like every day of the lockdown. Just like, so I mean, most of them were terrible, but like just like it's like such a nice outlet, and it's like just something to do like when you're alone, and it makes you feel so much like less alone. So yeah, that's what I did. Were you able to sort of be creative, or was it kind of just like a restful time?
No, I mean, it wasn't a restful time. Like, this is what I did for the pandemic. Like, I was like, that's what, like, I probably wrote like one half of a song. I started eating like vegan cheese by itself.
What's your vegan preference? I have like opinions.
Is there like, is it called like Vio Life?
Okay.
There's one. It's like, I don't know. I can only think of like the containers, but is it called like the Miyokos? I'm gonna get all these names wrong. That one's good.
All good. I have to try. I don't know. My favorite is like the shredded Daya stuff.
Even though yeah, classic.
I love it.
A classic. I feel like they're getting better at like artisan shit too. Like, but yeah, Daya, I might have broken up with only because it's on like it's a tour go to, so I've probably like overdosed on Daya in my life. But
you're like tour like rider, like what do you eat every day on tour?
Our rider looks kind of like a church basement. I think it's like hummus, baguette, like no alcohol, just because we're square, like not because it's a rule, just because we're all like kombucha and stuff. What about you?
Sort of the same thing. I like sometimes I'll put like Sour Patch Kids on my rider because my album's called like Sour, and they're like, oh, we like want to like cater to her. But like anytime I eat like 3 Sour Patch Kids, my immune system just like goes completely like in the tank. It's just like sugar. It's just sometimes like when you're working so much, just like does not like mesh well.
Totally.
But I love a key lime LaCroix, not lime, but key lime, and the like flaxseed crackers and
the Mary's.
Like, the Mary's Gone crackers, yes, my favorite.
Yes. Yeah, best.
But yeah, I don't know. Just
have you ever tried bitchin sauce?
No, what's that?
Oh, it's so good. It's like because you do kind of get burnt out on hummus, I feel like, on tour because it's everywhere. So bitchin' sauce is like, it's like, I think it's like almond base. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's almost, it tastes like queso or something, but obviously it's vegan and it's just, it really is so good.
The bitchin' sauce, but I think I've tried like the little like almond cheese dip sauce and it's amazing. I had like a vegan. Yeah. Anyway, are you doing anything for the holidays?
Keeping it real classic, like family and stuff. Yeah, just I love stuff and I love giving stuff to people I love. So that's my favorite part about it is like planning presents for my friends. It's the best.
I like just realized today, I'm like, oh my God, it's December 3rd and Christmas is in like 3 weeks. Like, and I have nothing planned.
Totally. You have nothing planned or no presents planned?
I'm like, oh God, I have to like go shopping this weekend.
Fun. Yeah. Well, yeah, avoid the Grove, obviously,
Yeah.
If you want to have like a like self-induced panic attack, you can go to the Grove for Christmas.
So cute. There's Christmas music and they like have like the Santa like suspended in air. It's so cute.
It's so cute. Yeah, I mean, it's inside, so probably sort of weird right now, but there's like cute ice skating in Pasadena. I'm trying to think of, I mean, yeah, Griffith Park does like cool light stuff. I love LA Christmas time's so funny because it's like, it's not cold, but there's all the fun lights and it's great. Yeah.
My favorite, like the town where I grew up in, like they take Christmas very seriously, and there's like whole neighborhoods where everyone in the neighborhood will like deck their house out in as many lights as they possibly can. And you like turn the radio onto like a specific FM station and all of the lights are like coordinated to the song and you just like drive through. I don't know if that's like a suburban Southern California thing or if it's everyone does it, but that's my favorite thing to do.
No, I've never heard of that. That's awesome.
I love it. So good.
Christmas Tree Lane in Altadena is really cute too with the trees.
Oh yeah. I went last or like 2 years ago when I lived there.
So fun.
So cute. But anyway, I guess we should talk about what's happening tonight, I suppose.
Oh yeah, we should. Oh, yeah, how was your recording? Mine was sort of weird because you have to like that was my only show inside of the whole tour. So really? It was, which was wild, but you have to, for the sound quality to be good, you have to like mix it pretty quiet. Right. So it kind of was like, yeah, you probably felt like this on SNL too, but like mostly you're hearing monitors, but it was like, yeah, it was so cool. But then you forget there's a camera. How was your show?
Totally. Oh my God. Were you so nervous to do SNL? I literally like was freaking, I've never freaked out so hard as I did like 30 minutes before I had to go on. It was the scariest thing in the whole world.
Yeah, well, it reminded me of having a nightmare, where you're like having a scary dream and you can't scream in it. Like, totally. I'm like, I don't know if I can make noise with my face right now. But it was also, that was cool for me because I hadn't played to people at all at that point. So even just having like a couple cast members and like camera people around was so like, it felt realer than any other live show. But being able to in your brain be like, these are millions of people was really hard.
So freaky. And also there's like all of these like incredible people that you've like looked up to your whole life on the walls and you're like, oh my God, that's incredible.
Terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying. It's also like so late. I remember just sometimes when I get like really overtired, I like feel like I'm like hallucinating or something like that, and that's what the entire night felt like. I was like, this is a dream. This is like some fever dream.
Totally. I think what's fun about ACL is that like for SNL, like I feel like your nerves wear off like 30 seconds before your song is over. And for ACL, like you have a chance to be like, you're fine. It's a show.
Right.
Like you're playing a show and then this is your job.
Totally.
I don't know. I always feel like the first song on stage is terrifying,
Totally. Yeah. And all the fans at ACL were so sweet. And like, I felt like I could like mess up and they'd like forgive me, which is a nice feeling. Totally.
Yeah. Do you like when people like scream words, or are you more kind of like, oh no, you'll make me mess up?
No, I'm obsessed with it. I mean, I I literally played like 5 shows in my career, but
So cool.
but like I remember the first time like that happened, I was like playing driver's lessons on the piano, like hear people like singing it back to me, and I just remember like being like, oh my god, why do I even need to sing? I just want to hear like them sing it. Like I just like want to stop singing. So surreal. It's also like,
have you done the power move of like microphone out to the audience yet?
love doing that. Yeah.
I literally just did it for the first time, and I was so nervous. Like, how embarrassing would it be to like nobody says anything? But it's so fun.
I know. So much fun. So great. Yeah, but that's always so cool. And everyone like always says this. I feel like it's such a cliche for musicians to say, but it's like so weird, like especially probably for like you and me who like we just like write little songs on our guitar like alone. And then like to like hear like a bunch of people like resonate with them and sing them back is like so weird. I was like, oh my god, like I wrote this song like in an hour on my bedroom floor because I was really sad. And like now like thousands of people are singing it. It's just like the most surreal experience. I don't think I'll ever get used to it.
Well, especially for you and me, where it's like pretty messed up lyrics some of the times, and you just see people like beaming and singing. It's like, you know, you feel like Britney Spears, and then you're like singing about something that you're totally tortured by. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the biggest fan of you. I feel like I've told you this before, but the
feeling is highly, highly mutual. Obsessed with your album. So obsessed.
I'm obsessed with both of your albums. I remember like viscerally the first time that I heard Funeral, and I was like, I literally made everyone in my life. I was like, you guys have to listen to this song. This is the most amazing song in the whole world. I like sent it to everyone. I was like, this is so genius.
I'm sorry to all those people, but yeah, one time I was playing in Oslo and people were moshing to that song in the front, like they knew the words and they were, and it was the best day of my life.
Literally, me and all of the friends that I sent it in the last bit. I remember at the concert saying that you were giving like a backstory as to like how you wrote that. It was like in order to like make it in LA.
Yeah. So my friend Harrison, who is just the best, he plays guitar with me. I was trying to get him to move from Nashville to LA. And I feel like we were both going through like such a hard time, and our only lifeline was each other. So we were like, you know, we were talking on the phone for hours a day, and I finally got him to move. Like a year after writing that song, and I, which was so cool too, because I went to visit him in Nashville, and then I like finished writing it in his bedroom. But yeah, it has a happy ending, that song, which is nice. Is that I'm closer to my friend.
Yeah, definitely got so many good things out of that song.
What's like a sad song of yours that actually has kind of a happy ending? I don't know if it even applies, because obviously my first record came out so long ago, but these are probably all developing feelings still a little bit for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like there's something about taking these like feelings of utter devastation and turning them into something that feels like triumphant. Like I remember the first time where I listened to Driver's License, and it like instantaneously like shifted from being something that I was like so ashamed about to something that I was like so proud of, and like I was so excited to share with other people. And there's something just like so cool about that. And I think about that all the time too. Like how crazy is it? Like I get to like live in this apartment. I like paid for this apartment money that I made from like writing songs. Like and so amazing. Totally. Like I don't know. So I think there's just like it's just so many blessings that come out of those like really devastating things. And it's just like in life too, even if it wasn't so like cut and dry, like I don't know, I just think you grow so much from going through experiences like that.
Yeah, what's so beautiful about your writing that is true of like so many of my favorite writers, but I think especially with you this year, is like you were able to write so specifically about something that happened to you, and not be shy of the specifics. Like you're like, this is a very specific thing, and then everyone's like, oh my, like because it's so true to you, like even if it wasn't getting your driver's license or like, you know, like hearing someone say a specific thing to someone else about you or whatever, like they are attaching their own specific thing to the song. Like they can scream along as if it's a shared experience. Like you didn't have to make all these general lyrics about like general feelings of heartbreak. It's like so distilled. And I don't know. I think that's like the coolest thing that you do. It's like, you know, everybody's screaming about something that was such a private moment at the time.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. That's so sweet. My absolute favorite thing, and I think the two most important things in writing a song is like authenticity and specificity. And you are like, I think you are one of like the writers that like helped me like learn how to be specific in that way. Like, I don't know, just like lyrics of yours, like, how is playing drums is too much shit to carry. I remember being like, how did she come up with, like, she just heard that? That's gonna be great. And it's like, I sort of thought that, but like, it's amazing that way. And I don't know. So yeah, I love specifics. And yeah, like you said, I think there's such an art to being super specific, but not like beating people over the head with it, so that you're like, this is my life and you have to perceive it exactly that I'm perceiving it. And like, this is my story and you have to have this exact story. It's like, I think that's sometimes what's cool about songwriting is people can like fill in the blanks of your story with pieces of their own story, and then it makes it like more meaningful. Or just
totally.
Even if, yeah. So,
totally. And like another thing I found really funny about specifics or songwriting in general, I don't know if you have this, but like if you look on Genius lyrics, sometimes people like give me way more credit for something than I deserve. Like they're like, clearly she's referencing this philosopher and then bringing it back around to this other thing. And I'm like, yeah, totally. Like, yep.
I know. I feel okay. Or even like sometimes in like music videos, people are like, oh my God, that's an Easter egg, this and that and that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I totally planned that. Like
totally.
That. But that was such a happy mistake.
Totally.
Yeah. What are you up to right now? Are you in the studio?
No, I'm just chilling. I am in the UK in a cabin in the woods, which is cozy and cold. Yeah, it's great. What are you up to?
I'm just like chilling in my apartment in LA. I too did the like countryside of England little cabin in the woods before I performed at the Brits, and it was very cold. I have like this like horror story. I've never like told it publicly, but we were in this like little cabin and it was freezing cold and we couldn't figure out how to work the like thermostat in the place. And there was a wood burning stove, and so we were like, okay, maybe we'll just like turn on the wood burning stove in this like cute little cabin. And like we closed all the windows and had the wood burning stove, and the entire place was like filled with smoke, and nobody else was like bothered by it. But I like was like throwing up all day. I think I got like carbon monoxide poisoning from the place.
No, dude, nightmare.
It was so sad. It's supposed to be a cute little like romantic English countryside.
You are not gonna catch me trying to light this. You are not gonna catch me trying to light it.
Amazing. Well, I'll let you go chill. Little cabin, that sounds amazing. But for everyone watching, you can watch our ACL performances tonight.